What is going on, guys? Happy Thanksgiving week. Welcome again to another edition of Change the F Up, where the format is never the change, and, well, change is a part of life, so you better get used to it. Welcome indeed. Of course, always on Spreaker.com, iTunes, Player.fm, PodDirectory.com, Stitcher.com, TuneIn Radio, IW Nerd, as well as Satchel Podcast Player for the Android and smartphone, and Mr. NTG 1990 exclusively on YouTube. Hit a subscribe. Come on, I could use subscribers. So, of course, I am your host, Nate the Effing Great, joined here by the lovely, the talented, the ever so beautiful VicTori Belle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing well. It's another, well, now it's not like another week. It's just another fun-filled week, and now we got a holiday coming up, so that's going to make things even more interesting.
Oh, yeah. I'm very excited for Thanksgiving.
That's right. We are on the eaves, on the trails of Thanksgiving, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night is Thanksgiving, and of course, Friday is, of course, the Black Friday, which, for those of you that are working in either retail or you're working in stores that day, you know how much fun that's going to be. So, but not going to go off into that. So, just going to kind of start off a little bit of something different, because we kind of do want to talk about some more positive things about, being thankful for. Some of the positive things, happen throughout the year that we could probably be thankful for. But going to kick things off with how Thanksgiving came on about. So basically, in a nutshell, we decided to come over here to America because we were trying to find some religious freedom. And in the process, we met up with some of these Native Americans. And of course, what ends up happening? Well, quid pro quo, there were some little disagreements. And one may have, pushed the others into a different area. Bottom line, not exactly what the Thanksgiving is nowadays, but it is one of those things that the representation of having two nations basically coming together to, celebrate the fact that there are things to at least to appreciate, things to really just be thankful for. And that is why I personally do like Thanksgiving, either that or the fact that, a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving is on, so why not? But Thanksgiving has always been a fun-filled holiday for a lot of people. For those that may remember, there's always football time on Thursday nights. A lot of times it's maybe the Packers against the Lions, or they're changing it up this year again, I'm guaranteeing it. Some of them, it's playing football, which was actually a lot of that happened at my place every Thanksgiving. We always had our families come over, and we would play football in the, can't say the front yard, I can't say the backyard, it's more across the side, so I guess you call it the side yard, side football field, whatever you want to call it. And we all, of course, as VicTori Belle has seen, have that very competitive edge where we just want to win, and but it's usually by, I wouldn't say by any means necessary, but we don't want it to be done by, shenanigans or anything like that. So you can imagine, paint a picture how fun it is when my family gets very competitive. And it's quite the show, I will say that.
Nice. That's very exciting.
Well, it can be. And then there's a lot of times where I'm coming in and I'm just like, ow, ow, ow. And there's a couple other people that are like that too. They're just like, yeah, I'm beat. I'm just going to lie on the couch and not even do anything. It's like, yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do too. I'm a little sore. But that was always the major thing that went on with my family during Thanksgiving time. This year, it's going to be a little more quieter, but hey, we're still going to have a fun time. But any Thanksgiving memories that you could possibly share with the audience, VicTori Belle?
I feel like our Thanksgiving is kind of like everybody else's. We cook. We usually host it at our place. So we cook a big meal and have basically all my family come over to the house, which is my parents' house. They'll meet there and we clean and set everything up, and then my grandpa and my cousins and everybody come over and we watch football and eat turkey. A lot of turkey and drink. We do drink a lot. So that's always a good time. But, nothing crazy. We don't really have any weird traditions or whatnot. We just eat, drink, and be merry.
Well, speaking of drinking and be merry, I think I want to actually bring this up. For those of you that are actually friends with the lovely VicTori Belle on Facebook, you'll notice that she actually did have a little bit of fun time with drinking and painting, I believe it was.
Oh yeah, that was for my friend Chelsea's birthday. So yep, I did the drink and draw thing, and I've done that a few times, and it never goes my way. I always try too hard, and when you're drinking and you're attempting to follow instructions, it's just I get like frustrated with it because I'm like, I see what she wants me to do, and she's explaining it, but I just can't do it. I can't draw the lines as straight as she wants us to draw the lines. So me and my friend are perfectionists, so we were struggling. We were struggling allowing our painting to just be as well as it could be, but yeah, those things are always fun though. It's fun to go and hang out with friends, attempt to be an artist when you're not.
Well, I've never really heard the concept of drink and draw. Is it like every line that you paint on there, you take a sip of wine or something like that? What exactly goes on with the drink and draw kind of concept?
No, it's just like they have places all over around my area in the Schaumburg and Chicagoland area where like you pay to draw or paint. It's really paint. Drink and draw just sounds better together. But it's like a painting. What was it called? It was like paint palette. It was called, and it was like in South Barrington, which is a very ritzy area, which explains a lot. But you basically just pay and you buy wine there, and then you're drinking and painting. It's not like you have to drink. It's just like a perk that they allow alcoholic beverages to be served there. So it's like going to almost like a wine bar or a wine tasting, and you also get a chance to draw a picture, and they have like professionals there that are trying to help you. But, I always feel like I just maybe indulge on the wine more than I indulge in the painting, and that's always, makes me sad afterwards when I'm looking at my paintings.
Honestly, if I was at one of those places, I probably would turn that into a drinking game every single time. I would be like, okay, if I do this line, drink, do this line, drink, always something different, but I don't know. I think I've tried doing art before, but it didn't really work out too well. Did like clay animations, crayon drawings, and stuff like that. Just wasn't for me. But no.
I don't know. A lot of people say you can do creativity and like drugs. Like a lot of famous artists or whatnot, are heard to have always been on drugs and whatnot. But I don't know if they were drinking. Because I'm like, it's really, really hard. Well, maybe it's different to be creative than to be following instructions. Because I was trying to follow instructions. Like, they would draw a portion of the painting and then be like, okay, now do it. And we'll be like, what? Wait, we didn't hear you. Oh, no. We don't know what we're doing. Oh, no. Draw it over here. Oh, it sucks. But, I don't know, drinking and painting is not, or drinking and following instructions, not a good idea.
Well, unless you're playing Drunkland, then you have to kind of follow the instructions. Otherwise, drink up, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you that are of age, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know. I would think that maybe those master artists or the teachers, they probably know what their limit is. They probably have like a couple sips every now and then. They think like, okay, I'm starting to get to that point. Don't drink too much more, so that way they could still remain professional. But honestly, I'm pretty sure there's even some people that just go to that borderline of just like, I'm about to get blackout drunk, and I'm still able to just paint whatever. They're able to still paint like the freaking Mona Lisa or Scream, the painting of the lady screaming or whatever. And all I think to myself is, wow, I can't even do that while sober. So what chance do I have? I'll just drop my crayons and be like, yep, I'm out. But no, back to Thanksgiving. I feel free to judge me for this joke that I'm about to make. But I just recently tried to think about how I wanted to word this, and I think that I found the right way of putting it. Thanksgiving is the only time where you can give somebody the bird and it's not offensive. Or they can just take it, you know. It's one of those things that I remember watching Two and a Half Men. Berta, she was giving out the turkey, and she was just like, time for my favorite part of the year, and that's giving you guys the bird. And I'm thinking, okay, that's funny, because it's a literal joke, but that's just my mind. And I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, that's a lame joke. Well, sue me. But all right, now we can get on to more of some of the positive of the show, and that being what we're thankful for most this year. So I think that, you know, we need to believe in chivalry, which is why I will indeed be going first. I'm kidding. But
What?
I said I believe in chivalry, which is, you know, ladies first, or, you know, beauty before the beast, but which is the reason why I will be going first. And again, I'm kidding. I'm just being, yeah. So, coming out next year, Beauty and the Beast. Coming out in probably a couple weeks, my obituary, because VicTori Belle will probably find me, or it'll be Maleficent, probably. We'll see. It all depends on what kind of mood she's in. But anyway, so, yeah, kind of a vague thing to really put, but one thing I've been really thankful for lately, and especially after watching Guardians of the Galaxy for the first time, definitely thankful for Marvel and Disney for creating such great movies over the past few years. I mean, this year Marvel has had so many great movies. I mean, Deadpool was a great movie. We got, you know, Spider-Man Homecoming. We got Thor Ragnarok, and we also got, I had Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is coming out next year too, and I'm looking forward to all three of those movies. Disney, of course, like I said, they're recreating so many different movies, and in all honesty, it's one of those things that I was kind of hesitant about, but now it's just like, okay, some of these are actually a lot better than the original remakes. There's a couple that will probably be like, yeah, there's no way you're going to come back after that. But Beauty and the Beast is probably going to be the one that's going to make me think, oh boy, either they're going to do just as good as the original, or they're going to blow it out of the water, because that trailer is awesome. But yeah, as far as Hollywood goes, the rest of Hollywood is kind of not doing so well. So I'm more thankful for the Disney and Marvel version, but I digress. So VicTori Belle, what is something you're thankful for this year?
I have to say, I'm thankful for my parents. I'll start with that, because they are amazing people, and they've always supported me in everything that I've done and everything that I do in my life. And I mean, I guess I'm not ashamed, but I mean, this past summer I had to move back into my parents' house because I quit my job and I couldn't support myself living by myself anymore. So I had to move back in, and instead of like feeling awkward about it or feeling like I don't belong here anymore, like my parents were so inviting, and they still to this day, like, I mean, what, it's only been maybe 2 months, so maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit on saying that they've been so cool about it, but they've been so cool about it, and they still push me to do my best, and they are really supporting my acting career and what I'm choosing to do with my life. And I kind of felt like it was a crazy leap, but I guess if you don't do things that scare you, how are you supposed to ever, you know, go past, like, get better at, you know, anything? Is if you stay in your comfort zone, you're just going to be in that zone for the rest of your life. So doing things that scare you can make you grow, make you a better person. And that's kind of what my parents have instilled in me. And they don't support everything in life, but they so far have supported everything that I've been doing. So I really am thankful for them and what they've taught me, and kind of the person they've helped me grow up to be. So yeah, my parents.
You know, it's funny when you mention, you know, taking on your fears. You say that, and yet you'll probably not watch another horror movie, as far as I know.
Yeah, well, gotta enjoy taking on the fears, too.
Oh, okay, fair enough. It was just one of those things that kind of rattled in my mind. It's like, wait, she said